SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's week 4 of the NFL.
Lance now on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And just a yard to go here on second down. First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Sermon now on first and 10, shedding the tackle, and he's going to take this one down to the 25. The numbers for Sermon in last week's game, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Here's Lance. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with touchdown. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. That'll be complete to Sermon. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On the handoff, Sermon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. Here's Lance to throw it. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It was pretty evident in reading everything, hearing these guys talk, that this was a deal they wanted to get done. They know how valuable he is to this team.
Absolutely a key component to what they do and what they do well. And if they want to continue to have success in the future, they knew they needed him, and they got the deal done.
Now Lance on the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Again, it's Lance. To the goal line but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got...
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive... And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Talking about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, Lance. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Throwing on first down is Lance. He'll leave that underneath to Sermon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Sermon. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now a handoff. Sermon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. But they run once more with Sermon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And this is Sermon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And now they'll throw with Lance. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Now Lance. Checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. play action. Lance. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They give to Sermon out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Sermon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Yardage here, you're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah. You know that they try.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. From the gun, Sermon able to push his way through. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Sermon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They run. Here's Sermon. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll run with Sermon. And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for San Francisco,
What's good, fam? It's time for the Nia Polanco Show.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA.
and they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Shotgun now for Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. From the gun, it's Lance. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And boy, he is very... To throw, it's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And Lance now to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. Able to slither by. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 127 yards.
And how about the first month that he's had? Leads the league in receiving, making all the big catches, and becoming a bona fide #1 guy for his team.
Drops this one down to Sermon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, it's Sermon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a first and goal. As a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line. Throwing now is Lance.
So many teams wanted to throw the ball in the
touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity.
Here's Sermon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to Johnson. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Lance looking to throw it. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 46. on with Sermon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd and 7, Lance is going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It'll be a gain of 12, but it'll also lead to 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Lance now on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. And Lance going to throw. He'll find Sermon out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. They find some open field here. Shifts by him. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in. And
well, a week ago, there were all these analysts falling in love with the 49ers. And now, just one loss later, we're getting these hot takes from the same people, and I won't name names, but now they're saying San Francisco's overrated. I mean, imagine that in 1 week from we love them to they're overrated. So I brought it up with NFL insider Ethan Rhodes on the show earlier today, and yeah, he pretty much laughed it off. So here, have a listen.
Hey, let's not write this team off and assume their 4-0 start was a fluke just yet. All right, there is some legitimate young talent on that roster, and they are very well coached. The future is really bright.
You know, and I couldn't have said it better myself. And if you're a 49ers fan, here's the silver lining. Now you get a chance to see what this...